Hi everybody, I hope you guys are having a really nice day. I just wanted to address an issue. It occurred to me today, when we struggle, um, especially with the virus, I spent so much time before I got sick with it really over concerned about the motives behind it and how it was overblown, and it was just a simple flu. And, it would go away if I did a certain amount of things. Um, and the motivations, behind it and why it was being done, the Great Reset and all that junk. And instead, I wish I had been more balanced and I had focused some on what this virus does to your body. And the reason I'm telling you that is because I've really learned a very valuable lesson in all of this. If you study what the virus, if you spend an equal amount of time studying what this virus does to your body, you'll find out that you have an increased chance of getting dementia by, I believe, 30 to 40%. And that comes from the encephalopathy, which I'm going through now with my brain. And it can make you mad. It can make you feel really bad. It's very painful. And I've already done too many dances in the system. I don't have the energy or the funds anymore to keep up this, going back to the doctor for this, that, or the other. So I just wanted to kind of hopefully inform you that once you've gotten it, it really doesn't matter any longer. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter any longer who's responsible, what it's going to do politically, who's going to save us. None of that stuff really matters. It's really important, in my opinion, to study the long-term effects and to shift away, or at least allow it in your world to figure out what you're going to do to take care of yourself, how you're going to take care of yourself, possibly not being able to go back to work, possibly spending everything that you have, because I'm not hearing anything about the devastating effects of it. I'm not hearing about how horrific it is that a very large percentage of us are facing dementia, possibly. And the fact that you may not get the right care when you first go to the doctor, because the protocol changes constantly. Right now, I feel like I could use an IV steroid infusion. But I can tell you that I cannot count on the system to do that for me, because of things like my blood oxygen level may be too high to merit them to give me a steroid. So it's no longer up to me. I can no longer expect the system to be there. I learned that applying for disability, and I'm extremely dizzy right now. I have the encephalitis. I'm having episodes of it. I know I'm having it because when I first got sick with Lyme disease, I had this. I had it with that too. But see, you're not going to hear anything else about any other illnesses out there. You're just not going to hear about it because there's only one now, right? We've been hijacked by one, and there's only one now. So with that in mind, I have a lot of experience with being ill with a disease that's been very unpopular for a very long time. So I know what it's like to be jilted really by the system over and over and over and over again, to like you just feel like you're in a bad relationship it's like you're in a really bad relationship. One way, all the way, and you don't have any control, right? You don't really have any more control. It's already taken your money, it's taken your time, it's stolen your talents, and now you get with another one. So really, it's kind of like you're in two bad relationships, and you're so beaten down by the first one. Even though I'm not that beaten down anymore because I have my spiritual foundation. But physically, yeah, um, I'm trying to say, because I am going through brain swelling, that to everyone that's just, maybe to those of you that haven't had the COVID yet, I really think it's just a matter of time. I don't see how anyone's going to get out of this without getting it. That's just my opinion. And I think it's really important to study the long-term effects and to be at least open to it, because I've really made the mistake of going down too many rabbit holes where nobody's discussing what happens to people who've had it for a long time. And, I remember this cartoon, and it was one of the Rockefellers, right? It was a black and white one done in the 1800s. And he was just leaning up against like a wall, and I think he was looking at the time, or a little watch that you wear, a pocket watch. And he was just talking about, I think it said something like, like he needed some extra money. It was time to start a war and panic people. It's time to like scare the sheep and tell them that we're out of stuff. We're in short supply. And I'm really seeing that. And I've been guilty of, not necessarily, I have been guilty of panic buying. I'm just going to say it. I've been guilty of panic buying. And that cartoon would always come up in my mind. So that's another thing I'm going to do. I'm going to stop all that. I'm done with that. And I can thank Gregory Manarino for that also. So, I've plugged other channels, and there's, I'm not in the business really of doing that, but Texas News Studio is a really good news channel, good news outlet. And I really like that channel a lot. I like the chat room. I like the fellowship there. It's Christian, but Mark really needs some support right now. He's a fellow North Texas brother. I'm from there, and Texas, we're like that in Texas. Maybe other states you have that kind of connectedness, but just to let you know that the struggle is real, and I know that God knows that I can handle it, and I've handled a lot more in my life, but brain swelling is real, and I don't know. I just, before my channel goes down in flames and I wipe it, I just really wanted to let you know that it is really worth it for people to check into the long-term effects. Don't go to sleep just after you think it's gone away. Your health you're going to need extra care, and in my opinion, you can expect in a way your whole life to change, and I'm very familiar with that. I'm very, very familiar with being hit with an illness where it changed my whole life. And so I'm familiar with encephalitis, and I had tick-borne encephalitis. And I'm so dizzy right now that if I was in a car, I would have to pull over. So I'm going to let you guys go. And, Okay. Love y'all. Bye-bye.